Hey folks, this is Bailey from Dank Wargaming, and today in How to Fight, we're going to be looking at how to interrupt and disrupt the initiative order in the fight phase. Let's get to it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the tactical board, and before we get going, I'd like to shout out my teammate Matt for his wonderfully painted Chaos miniatures here that are not going to be confused with my 110% loyal Dark Angels miniatures here. Now today we're looking at abilities that interrupt the initiative order of the fight phase. Now the one I don't have on the board, because neither one of these armies have it, is Fight First. And the way that would work is, let's say this Demon Prince charged my Smash Captain. If my Smash Captain had a Fight First ability, which he does not, unfortunately, that means that he would actually get to fight before this charging unit had a chance to. Now, he does not have that ability, and so what is going to happen here is that he will be attacked by this Demon Prince, and let's say he just survives. He has 1 wound left, or 2 wounds left, and I have 2 command points. This allows me to do this ability that all armies have access to called counteroffensive. It's a 2 command point stratagem, and it says this stratagem is used right after an enemy unit that charged has fought. Select one of your own eligible units and fight with it next. So he is within an inch of an enemy model, my Smash Captain. He can spend 2 command points, and he can fight right now. And I'm going to have him do that, and I would say he fights and kills this Power Fist guy right here before he ever gets a chance to go. And you can see there that this is a very powerful ability, because that Power Fist probably could have smashed up and ended my captain there, but because my captain got to go first, he got to kill him ahead of time. Now this leads us to another ability, which is the Fight When You Die ability. So let's say this Sorcerer fights next and kills the Smash Captain because he only had a few wounds left. Well, all Space Marine factions that are loyalists, this is how you know that Dark Angels are loyalists and not Chaos Marines, because they have access to only in death does duty end. It's another 2 command point stratagem, and it says, use this stratagem when a Dark Angels character from your army is slain. Before removing it from the battlefield, that model can immediately either shoot as if it were your shooting phase or fight as if it were your fight phase. This stratagem is not cumulative with the Astartes banner ability. The stratagem takes precedence. So what it's talking about there about the Astartes banner is that all Space Marines that are loyalists, they have a character called an Ancient, and when things die within 6 inches of the Ancient on a 4-up, that unit is allowed to fight one last time before it's removed. You can either fight or shoot. So you cannot use the stratagem and that ability. The stratagem has precedence. So my Smash Captain dies, but before I remove him, I can pick another enemy target and fight against it. So let's say he dies and he wants to try and kill this Sorcerer. And so he will fight the Sorcerer that killed him, and in the process, this Sorcerer dies along with the Smash Captain. But I've now been able to interrupt my opponent twice in their initiative order, once with the counteroffensive stratagem and once with the Fight Upon Death ability, which for Space Marines, most of the time it's called Only in Death Does Duty End. Now we're going to continue to go through the fight phase. Alright, these Plague Marines will now fight these Primaris Intercessors here, and then they will then fight back. Most Space Marine factions, once again, and there are a few Chaos ones that also have access to this, have access to what is called Fight Twice. So for 3 command points, I can honor the chapter, and what this does is that use this stratagem at the end of any fight phase. Select a Dark Angels infantry or Dark Angels biker unit from your army. That unit can immediately fight for a second time. And this is a complete fight a second time. That's an additional pile-in, an additional consolidate move, so that's 6 inches potentially there, and they get to do all their attacks all over again at the end of the fight phase. So I couldn't do this with my Smash Captain because he was already dead, but these boys are still here, and so they actually have the potential to fight twice in the initiative order. And if both sides had this, it would then go to the initiative order that you had. So if the Death Guard player had an ability to fight twice, then he would get to do his first. Now in my head it makes sense to talk about the Fight's Last ability at the end of the fight phase, but this may seem counterintuitive, but a lot of times this ability triggers at the start of the fight phase. So that's why I went ahead and put the Demon Prince, the Smash Captain, the Sorcerer, and the Chaos Lord back on the board. Now, the Death Guard have this ability trigger off a unit ability, which is the Foul Blight spawn. You can sometimes get a spell to do this for you, such as Tyranids, but for Dark Angels it comes off a relic. So the relic that they have, that let's say this Smash Captain has at the moment, is the Eye of the Unseen. Now in the second half of this ability it says, in addition, enemy characters that start the fight phase within 3 inches of the bear can only be chosen to fight after all other eligible units have made their attacks, even if they have charged or have an ability that would allow them to fight first. So if this Demon Prince had charged, and he ends as he is, as are these other 2 characters, within 3 inches of this character with this relic, they would actually have to wait the entire fight phase to fight my Smash Captain. So my Smash Captain would actually get to go before all of them, even though I'm not the phasing player, and even though he didn't charge. So this is a very, very powerful ability. It is last but not least because it is fights last, which a lot of times is triggered at the beginning of your fight phase. So make sure to not forget this ability, because I know sometimes I forgot it when I played Death Guard with my Foul Blight spawn, but this is super, super powerful, and please don't forget it, the fights last ability. So there you have it, folks. That is how you interrupt the initiative order in the fight phase in the game Warhammer 40,000. You can fight first, you can make something fight last, you can use the counteroffensive stratagem, you can use a fight on death stratagem, and you can use a fight twice stratagem. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. If you want to know more about Dankless Wargaming, please check the description below. Till next time, I'm Bailey, reminding you that if your lists start to tank, then it is time to get dank.